The first and probably most important step before beginning any project is the process of setting up a Dreamweaver site definition. Site definitions allow Dreamweaver to see all of your files as part of a single project. This enables it to check links, look for missing files, generate reports, upload your files to a web server, and gives you access to reusability features such as page templates and library items. Dreamweaver sites also help keep files organized under a single project folder, which is essential in ensuring everything works as it should when you copy it up to a live web server. Dreamweaver site definitions can be created from the Site menu up top, choose Site, New Site, or from the Welcome page, which appears when the application first launches. For this example, choose Dreamweaver Site from the bottom of the Create New column on the Welcome screen. The Site Definition panel appears, and in basic mode is going to walk you through all of the steps you need to create and complete your site definition. First, Dreamweaver wants to know what you'd like to name your site. Now this could be anything, as long as it makes sense to you. So for the sake of example, I'm going to call this My Website. The next field asks you what is the HTTP address or URL of your site. If you haven't registered a domain name yet, or you don't know what the URL is, you can always add it later. If you do, however, go ahead and enter it in. Go ahead and click Next to move to the next step. Next, Dreamweaver wants to know if you want to work with a server technology such as ColdFusion, ASP.NET, ASP, JSP, or PHP. These are server-side technologies which you may not be using yet. If you're unaware of what type of server technology your site uses, or if you're pretty sure you're not going to use one, leave No checked and click Next to move to the next step. Next, Dreamweaver wants to know how do you want to work with your files during development. Most commonly, you're going to edit local copies on your machine and then upload them to the server when the project is complete. You can also edit directly on a server using a local network. In other words, if your production or development servers are located in the same building and you can access them over a local network, you can select this option. For now, leave Edit Local Copies on my machine selected. Below, Dreamweaver asks where on your computer do you want to store your files. By default, Dreamweaver picks a save location and creates a new folder by the same name as your site definition. This is great if you're starting from scratch. However, if you already have a folder set up and you've already started to accumulate and pull together your assets and resources, you can let Dreamweaver know where that folder is by clicking the folder icon and browsing for it on your local hard drive. For now, I'm going to start from scratch, so I'm going to let Dreamweaver create a new folder in the default location and click Next to move ahead. Dreamweaver wants to know how you want to connect to your remote server. Now, if you don't have a remote server or web hosting account set up yet, go ahead and click the menu and select None. If you do have a hosting account or web server set up, you can choose one of the following options here. Typically, you're going to use FTP, or a file transfer protocol, to connect to and copy files between your remote server and your local machine. To see how this works, go ahead and select FTP, and you'll see that Dreamweaver needs some more information so it can make a connection to your remote web server. First, it asks what the host name or FTP address is of your web server. This could either be a numerical address or IP address, or it could be your domain name preceded by the FTP prefix. If you're unsure, contact your hosting company or network administrator. In some cases, you may have to copy your files to a specific location on the server. If so, enter that folder or directory here. Next, you need to provide Dreamweaver with the login and password so it can connect to your remote web server. If you're unsure of what it is, you can leave this blank and enter it later. If you do know it, go ahead and enter it now. Now, to keep from entering the password again in the future, leave the Save option checked. Go ahead and click Next to move to the next step. Here, Dreamweaver lets you choose if you'd like to use its built-in check-in and check-out feature, which is great if you're sharing your work with other designers in other locations. Check-in and check-out makes sure that two people can't overwrite the same file at the same time. If you do want to enable check-in, check-out, click Yes. If not, leave No selected and click Next to move to the next step. The final panel is the summary panel. Here, Dreamweaver reviews all of the options you chose in the previous steps. If you're happy with everything you've set up, go ahead and click Done. If you need to go back and change something, use the back button to move backwards to find the information you need to change. Go ahead and click Done to complete and create your site definition. Locate your Files panel on the right side of the screen. You'll see that it displays your new site definition and lists current local files, if any, under your root site folder. Now you're ready to go to work.